Hi everyone, welcome to Turnbull's Come to You Live today. It is Thursday the 27th of May. May's nearly over. We've got another bank holiday weekend coming up. Coming to You Live today, as I said, from Turnbull's Northumbrian Food Hall, right here in the heart of Northumberland in Alnwick. I'm joined today by a very special guest. I have none other than Butcher Dan with us today. We've got Butcher Dan, very special guest today. So Dan's going to be talking all things barbecue. Who better to bring on than our very own barbecue expert, Butcher Dan. Now, if you're watching live today, please feel free to drop in any questions you've got for Butcher Dan. If you want a little shout out, drop it in the box, because as ever, from the other side of the camera, we are joined by producer Matt. Matt, hello, how are you today?
I'm going to be here right about now. Hello.
That's it, you hit the wrong button there, producer Matt, didn't you?
Yes, we've upgraded the technology slightly, so I'm still learning how to use all this.
Excellent. He doesn't do a bad job, folks at home there, if you're watching. He does an excellent job. So, yes, producer Matt will be looking out for your comments. If you've got anything you want, any questions, please feel free to drop them in the box. Producer Matt is watching it. Joined by Butcher Dan. Dan, how are you today?
Very well, very well.
Excellent. Have you had a busy morning?
We've always had a busy morning, yeah, but we're extra busy this week, just with the bank holiday and the school holidays coming up and everything. So, yeah.
I don't know, producer Matt, I don't know whether you can help us out here. Last year I did do a few weather forecasts. Have I taken you by surprise?
You have.
I have. We haven't got a weather forecast, have we?
Well, looking outside, Mark, it looks like it's going to be sunny.
It looks all right, doesn't it?
It looks all right now that we've waited all day for the sun to come out, and fortunately it is starting to come out there. The forecast is excellent. I can tell you now, for Alnwick, Mark's map says sunshine and 25 degrees all weekend, bank holiday special. So if you're wondering what to do over the weekend, how about getting the barbecue out? We haven't had many days during May we could get it out. It's looking good, Dan.
It's looking good, yeah.
Looking good.
I think we're all ready for it, aren't we?
Oh, we're ready for just to get back to barbecue. And last bank holiday, it was cold, but it was dry, and everybody was barbecuing, and there hasn't been a lot since then, has there?
It hasn't.
So I asked Dan to bring some stuff onto the video today, and just to talk through some recommendations. You can see them in front of the camera there. Dan, I'm going to start by asking you. Well, actually, I've got to say, I did my first in-person event for 18 months this week. I'm not quite sure I should say who I went to see, but I went to a business store. A controversial figure speak this week, who was fantastic, I have to say. I may or may not reveal for fear of backlash who I went to see, but he was very entertaining. So I went to my first in-person event this week, which was great. So I've been away, I've come back, but whilst I was on the event, we got a bit of a talk on, it was actually on PR and publicity, and I got singled out in the audience, and I was asked, and I'm going to put this question to Butcher Dan, if I was doing a barbecue, what would be your perfect steak? Now you can probably guess what I answered. Sirloin every time, and so the guy asked the question, I said sirloin, he was like, oh, not a ribeye, and I went, well, I'm just a sirloin man. So I'm going to ask you the question, first of all, what would your choice for the barbecue be?
I'll probably have to go with like a ribeye on the bun, or tomahawk, something like that. It's got that extra bit of fat in, and cut, if you see how thick that is, which camera on there, nice and thick, you can cook it exactly how you want.
So tomahawk or ribeye would be your
thick one.
Your selection. Yeah. Producer Matt from behind the camera, do you have a personal preference for steak on the barbecue?
Well, on the barbecue, I would have to agree with you, Mark, on the sirloin, just because it's the nice amount of the red meat with the fat on the top. Obviously,
I can see you. Yeah. I can see you, but the people at home can't see you.
Cannot see us.
They can only see me and Dan. That's better. Now we can see you.
But I like the ribeye. That's my favourite when I'm having a steak in the pan. But on the barbecue, I've got to agree with you there. It's got to be the sirloin steak.
So if you're watching at home, we've got 2 votes for sirloin and 1 vote for ribeye or tomahawk, which is basically a ribeye on the bone. Let us know what your favourite steaks are. Drop it in the box, we'll give you a shout out. So Dan, that would be your favourite steak.
Yeah.
I've got to say, more and more now we're getting asked for I want to say more unusual cuts, but they're not really unusual these days. Talk us through some of the different things that people are looking for on the barbecue these days.
Well, there's a lot of the sort of like American steaks that have come sort of really popular in the last few years. So we've got the flat iron steaks, which are, you know, absolutely superb. They come off the 4/4.
Yeah.
We've got Denver steaks. We've got bavettes, which are lovely as well. And a lot of it is just knowing how to cook it well.
And I know these are fantastic steaks. If you haven't tried them, I can well recommend them. They are delicious. There's an art to cooking them, though, isn't there?
Yeah.
Can't overdo these steaks.
No,
well done.
You've got to do them sort of pink. You know, cook them hot and fast is the way to do it, really, with these kind of steaks.
And what they are is they're actual specific cuts, aren't they, from the 4/4, little muscles that
all three of those are
utilised.
from the 4/4.
Yeah.
Traditionally would have just been minced or braised or stewed, but actually you can cook them in this different way as well, and they're amazing.
So anybody who's watching at home who hasn't tried them might want it a little bit harder to do them on the barbecue if you...
No, I don't think so. Think so. Just take a little bit more care.
Anybody watching at home, how would they go about cooking them?
Just on direct heat, which is sort of on top of the coals. You want that real intense heat. As the fat renders out as well, it's going to cause the flames to come up. You're going to get that char on the steak.
Lovely.
3-4 minutes each side. Get the bar marks on there as well, and make sure you rest it. That's it.
Resting always important. Get it up to room temperature.
Yeah,
nice bit of seasoning on there.
Yeah. Just plenty of salt and pepper.
Plenty of salt and pepper. You can't go wrong. Exactly. We've got a lovely steak seasoning here in the food hall, so you know you can play around with your seasonings. A bit of garlic salt, a bit of chili salt.
All sorts you can put on.
All sorts you can do with to make it a little bit different. So that's your steaks. See, we've got some sausages here. Talk us through. We've got some little sausage rings. Have you brought?
Got some rings, some nice rings. They'd be lovely done on the barbecue.
So this is the Turnbull's award-winning Northumbrian sausage. What makes it an award-winning sausage?
We've won loads of awards with this this particular mix over the years as well. Like a lot of years, even before I worked here, we've been winning awards with this one.
And so a nice blend of pork.
It's pork. You know, there's just the right amount of fat in there. We've got chopped parsley and got some local honey from Berwick.
Yeah.
And we've also got Lindisfarne meat in there. It's got a little bit of sweetness, but
it tends to take the edge off it a bit, I think, doesn't it? So, and cooking it on the barbecue. Sorry, I think I interrupted you. You were just about to talk us through it. Cooking.
Yeah, just again, I would start it over the direct heat, but I wouldn't try and cook it through over the direct heat. I would sort of start it on that hot side, get some colour onto it, and then maybe move it off the coals, pop a lid over there, and then just cook it until it's sort of cooked all the way through. Yeah,
excellent. So many years ago, I went away to do, did 2 cooking barbecue classes with Weber Barbecue down in Oxford, near Oxford anyway, and it was actually a fantastic experience. But it was where I learned to cook with a lid on.
Yeah.
And before then, a barbecue was something that you just chucked on, and the flames came up and sort of singed it, and you ate it a little bit underdone in the middle, and probably had a bad stomach for a day or 2 after that. But things have moved on. I learned how to barbecue, and I was taught about direct and indirect cooking on a barbecue. Direct, as Dan said, under the coals. Indirect is where you would sort of sit it. You would sort of arrange the coals around the outside,
bank them up onto
bank them up to the side,
yeah.
so you've got a bit in the middle where you can cook something and there's no direct heat underneath it, and by popping the lid on, it creates sort of a convection oven kind of,
just like
an oven, isn't it?
Oven, yeah.
And you can sort of control the
but
temperature a little bit more.
You're getting the smoke as well, you're getting the flavour.
That's it, yes.
Yeah, but there's all sorts you can do with different technology and everything.
Are you a gas fan or a charcoal fan?
Charcoal. I like charcoal, yeah.
You like charcoal?
Yeah, well, I like both, but charcoal would be...
Producer Matt, do you have a preference on barbecue?
Oh, Mark, it has to be charcoal all the way. If you're having a gas barbecue outside, you might as well just go inside and put the cooker on. But I know it's not for everyone. I know people have gas barbecues, and I know that, and I'm not knocking that. You can get, gas barbecues if you get the heat right on one side. There's ways to do it. But me, personally, it's got to be on the charcoal.
Yeah, there we go. So, we've got you covered. We've got your steak. We've got your sausage. Yep. We've got some burgers as well, Dan.
There's all sorts of burgers. We're going to have 6, 7 kinds of burgers for this weekend. Got the Juicy Lucy burgers back.
Yes, Juicy Lucy's new. That's really, it's not new, it's back.
Yeah, it's back from last year, yeah. They were really popular last year.
Tell us about the Juicy Lucy burger.
Juicy Lucy, we've got, it's like a lovely blended beef burger seasoning, and then inside the burger itself, we've got some spicy Mexican cheese, and it's also brushed in a mango and chili marinade.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it's got a little bit of a kick?
Yeah.
Beef burger with a little bit of a kick?
Plus with that marinade on as well, it's an oil-based marinade. It's going to sort of, as the coals heat it up, it's going to drip down, you're going to get the flame grill.
Beautiful.
It's going to be really nice, yeah.
Beautiful. So if you're watching at home, tell us what your favourite barbecue delicacies are. Producer Matt, have we got anyone watching? No? He's shaking his... Oh, they're all out enjoying the sunshine, aren't they? So we can't give any shout outs, but I'm going to say hello to Vanessa Moss, because Vanessa, hello, you always tune in at some stage. If you've missed us live today, you must have had something important to do, and we'll excuse you. And Chris Bunn normally watches. Chris, if you're watching later on, hello to you. I'm sure you'll be tuning in. I think they're just all out enjoying the sunshine, Dan.
Can't blame them, no.
Kebabs, we've got a big range of kebabs here at the food hall these days. Tell us about what we've got here, what your favourites are.
These are always popular, the jerk ones, nice and spicy. Got some chopped coriander leaf in there as well, they're really good. We're going to have beef kebabs, we're going to have 2 or 3 different kinds of beef kebabs, we're going to have about 4 kinds of chicken kebabs this weekend.
Black garlic, lemon chili ginger, we've got the jerk, as you said, mango and chili, very nice. Black garlic beef we normally do, and a nice teriyaki beef. Teriyaki, which is a sort of sweeter, more sweeter, savoury kind of flavour rather than spicy. That's a really nice, popular kebab here at the Turnbulls. So we've got lots of kebabs. Things like brisket and beef short rib. If somebody out there fancies doing something different, low and slow cuts of meat. Tell us about your recommendations on low and slow.
Well, if you're geared up for it, if you've got the right kit, you can cook them on like a smoker, or if you've got time and patience, you can do it on a charcoal barbecue if you're going to move it and control the temperature. If you want to take the easy way, you can just slowly roast them in the oven and finish them on the barbecue. That's also a nice convenient way of doing it. Plus you don't have to have the guaranteed good weather for that.
Just wrap some foil around
it. Yeah, just do it
now,
low temperature and
I don't know whether it was short ribs you did last year, but I do remember at some point we did cook some ribs. I don't know whether it was ribs or whether it was short rib, and you put a little bit of a mixture of barbecue sauce on there, and was it Worcester sauce or something?
Yeah.
Just to keep it moist as you were cooking
just some mop sauce,
some mop sauce, we do a delicious mop sauce here, just some kind of barbecue sauce, give it...
Anything to give it some moisture
and just keep basting it, putting a little bit more on,
every half
keep
hour.
It nice and moist, and just do it low and slow with the foil wrapped around it. In the oven, if you're not confident on controlling your temperature in the barbecue, because you need it about 150-ish? 150 degrees, 3.5, 4 hours, 4 hours perfect.
It's not rocket science,
it's not rocket science, and you can take the easy option, do it in the oven first and just finish it heated through on the barbecue.
It's still going to taste really good. So
Beautiful. Now, tell me something, a bit of a trendy phrase that we're hearing a lot, reverse sear.
Right, yeah.
Can you explain to everybody at home what the reverse sear is?
I can try. I
heard this on MasterChef. Did the winner of MasterChef do a reverse?
Quite possibly.
Yes,
quite possibly.
Reverse sear.
You're basically going to cook your steak on a really low temperature in the oven, or you could do it in a water bath. Conveniently, I've just had one arrive today, so I'm going to try it this weekend.
Sous vide.
You're cooking it really slowly. You're going to get the temperature spot on in the middle, but there's going to be no colour on there. And then, so your last job is to get a nice, really hot pan, light the barbecue, get it over the coals, whatever you want to do, and put the sear on at the end.
So it's instead of searing it at the start,
you just reverse the process.
Reversing it.
Exactly,
reverse, there you go, Butcher Dan, our in-store expert butcher. Producer Matt looks like he's about to fall asleep behind the camera there. Matt, I'm pleased to see you're enjoying it. He has this every day when we talk to customers about it. And it's shown on his face. Last of all on the table, Dan, we've got a couple of spatchcock chickens.
Yeah, we've got
perfectly good for the barbecue if you fancy something a little bit different.
Can we see those? There we go. Yeah, we've got a few different flavours.
That
We only have
is black garlic.
Black garlic, there's lemon chili, there's 3 or 4 down
All
there.
different sorts of flavours. Ideal for doing it in the oven.
And just half the cooking time of a chicken.
Yes, so about what?
45, 50 minutes.
45, 50 minutes on the barbecue.
Yeah.
Aim to get your temperature up with, indirect heat, no coals underneath it. 180-ish degrees if you can, 190.
Something like that.
Around about that. There you go, 45, 50 minutes. Spatchcock chicken, delicious, moist meal to serve
easy
up.
as well.
And
really
dead easy. Serve with just a simple salad. I can't think of anything better. Last of all, I noticed that you've brought up the Baconator burger. Tell us about the Baconator. You can see this at the front here.
Yeah, it's a double beef burger with a slice of cheese, there's smoked streaky bacon, there's red onion, cherry tomato. We've got Big Rob, the apprentice here, and he's done these. They look very good. He's done a good job there.
Rob, you've done a good job with those
so well done, Rob.
I'm not quite sure I could manage a full one of those these days.
I'm sure Rob could.
I'm sure Rob could manage 2 of those. As I say that, it sounds like he's just dropped something in the background. He is there. I don't know whether it was him or not. So there you go. Some fantastic ideas for you for this weekend if you're going to be getting the barbecue out. I think that's. Do we have, producer Matt? I don't know whether. Do we have any pictures? We had Scotch egg week last week. Do we have anything, or have you not had time?
We do, Mark. We do.
So we just
I've always got time.
We thought it would be good to reflect on Scotch egg week because we got some fantastic comments on social media from all of you, good people at home. Producer Matt, what have we got?
That's right. Al Lynn, perfect Saturday tea. Half a caramelised and half a ploughman's with a lovely salad there. And it looks like some fried potatoes and a bit of Turnbull's homemade coleslaw.
Oh, that looks good. Excellent.
Right.
Excellent.
Paul Yeadon and Tom Vickers have also been.
There's two right characters there in that photograph. Hello, Paul. Hello, Tom.
The world's hottest Scotch egg there. Very delicious and had a nice little.
Now, can I just say, on the world's hottest Scotch egg, which had a question mark after it, because we were just asking the question, is it the world's hottest Scotch egg? I've come to the conclusion that they were a little bit Russian roulette-ish. Some were extremely hot.
I tried
because the one you tried was hot.
hot.
Now Dan can take much more chili than what I can, and I had one I thought was delicious. I thought it was just the right amount of heat, which probably suggests it's not the world's hottest Scotch egg. Producer Matt, did you try one?
I did, and I thought it was pretty good. But we should maybe ramp it up next year by including a second type of chili in it as well.
You think? Even hotter?
I think we can go even hotter.
Okay, so do we have any more pictures, or was that all you've got in your little collection there? Excellent. So thank you to everybody who came in. I hope you enjoyed your Scotch eggs. I can announce we are now doing 3 types of Scotch eggs. They've been that popular. And for the next 2 or 3 months, we're going to, as well as our regular homemade Scotch egg and the ever popular pork and caramelised onion Scotch egg, we're also going to be doing black pudding Scotch egg for the next 2 or 3 months. So a good selection continuing on the back of Scotch egg week. I think that's all we've got time for. Have I missed anything, Butcher Dan?
We've got bags more of this stuff. We've got more than we could bring up here. So
if you want to see a good barbecue display, what these guys are doing, it's amazing. You've got to call in and see it. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. A big thank you for Butcher Dan for joining us today, and a big thank you to producer Matt for running things behind the scene. All of you have a fantastic bank holiday weekend. Please stay safe. We'll look forward to seeing you in the shop soon. Thanks now. Bye.